y'all are so obnoxious. Calm down, calm down. Let's do this again. What's up? Just kidding. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Or should I say, greetings, Earthlings. It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with a Y, not an S. I have a second channel. Okay. The description for that channel will be in the description.
No.
The link for that channel will be in the...
No.
I can't do it today.
The link for that channel will be in the description box below. So what's up? What it do? I'm just gonna jump right into the topic of this video, which is a video that I have been planning to make for a very long time because I've been feeling some type of way about the corruption of hip-hop culture, and just honestly, I would go as far as to say the corruption of Black culture. You know, Black culture is not what it used to be. That's not to say that Black culture is no longer like any good. That's definitely not the case. There's still a lot of very talented Black people with some dope music out and some amazing, you know, artwork, dance, film, acting, music, whatever. But there is a very large portion of Black culture that unfortunately I feel like is corrupt. And I feel like it is that way thanks to reality TV, thanks to music, hip hop and rap music. And now R&B music is kind of becoming a little bit more
Degrading.
Anybody else notice that? Like R&B music used to be about love. Like R&B music was just the love music. It was the smooth music that made you feel good, you know, the blues, man, the soul. And I'm a singer, so, you know, I'm all about them tunes. And I've noticed that now, even now, like the R&B Black music it has those same lyrics of just taking the sacredness out of sex and degrading women, you know. And I'm pretty sure that there are some R&B artists that come to mind. I mean, Chris Brown for one, like, and this is not me knocking Chris Brown because I listen to Chris Brown like it ain't nobody business, okay? He a Taurus like me. Tauruses, we some soulful mofos, okay? Chris Brown is very, very talented. His music is good, but his R&B songs still have those lyrics that are degrading towards women, you know? And you could just tell that, I don't know, maybe he's not singing based on how he really feels. Maybe this is just for show. But some of the lyrics that he's singing, is like, is that really how you view women? But Chris Brown's music does border on like more hip hop and R&B, not just R&B. So yeah, of course some of his songs is gonna have that vibe. So let's talk about the glorification of ghetto. My mom would always tell stories about how she was raised in the ghetto. And I don't knock people for being raised in the ghetto and having to live in the ghetto. I personally was raised in the suburbs, but I did have periods in my life where I was raised in neighborhoods that weren't so good, you know. But the majority of my life, the majority of my childhood, I was raised in the suburbs. But I definitely struggled. We definitely struggled and had to be on them food stamps, you know what I'm saying? Had to eat them ramen noodles and that cheese because we ain't had nothing else, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not no stranger to the Black struggle, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I was, you know, a kid in Baltimore. You know, that was the very early stages of my life. The thing that I admire about my mom is that she had her childhood in the ghetto, but she got out and kept her class. You know what I'm saying? She remained respectful towards herself. She remained classy. She didn't let the ghetto like make her, you know? And there are a lot of people that let the ghetto make them. Like,
well, I was raised in the ghetto. I'm just going to be ghetto.
Even if I'm on a job interview trying to get a really good job,
I'm still going to be ghetto because that's just who I am. Like,
you have to evolve from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm making this video. Ooh, I'm already feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes, Sid. There's a few things in the media that I feel like push this narrative to young women that being ghetto is not just okay, but it's attractive and it's desirable and it's cool. You know, there's a lot of people who actually pretend to be ghetto to fit in. For an example, a lot of people have been pointing this out, but Natalie Nunn, the reality TV star from Bad Girls Club season 4. She started off, if y'all watch her voice, her accent was more like proper. And then as the years went on and she got more publicity, she developed kind of a black scent. That's what people are saying on the internet.
What up, it's your girl Natalie from season 4 of the Bad Girls Club, and I'm here with VladTV.com.
Alright, here we are, Natalie Nunn. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, thanks for talking with us here.
Absolutely.
So what are you doing now?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. I was on a party tour all over the United States. I was hosting parties everywhere. It's just been crazy. I've been to every state. States I didn't even know really existed. We was beefing because she was making it very clear that the baddies was never going to touch the cabaret. Jocelyn, I'm not even going to hold you. Each and every single one of y'all bitches from your show be in my DM begging to come on baddies. Like, Jocelyn, your girls don't even want to be on the cabaret. They want to be on baddies.
They're saying that she's stealing people's personas and putting it on for the cameras and things like that. And she's literally getting clout for pretending to be ghetto because ghetto is in. Okay? And if a person like Natalie Nunn is like, I'm going to do this because it's in, like, we all know she's toxic. Like, from season 4, the racist stuff that she has said.
You're going to get the ghetto black bitch. It's going to punk you all the time. Too black. Her nose looks like a gorilla nose.
We know that she's toxic. So she's adopting this persona. I'm like, you're adopting it because it's toxic. Like, you know what I'm saying? People can't help it how they are, but it is up to you to become educated and to be a better version of yourself and to speak in a way that is more well-spoken so that you can come up in life, so that people can take you more seriously. I'm not telling you to forget about where you came from. Never forget about where you came from. I will never knock my upbringing in Baltimore City. Despite me being raised in the suburbs in Tennessee, I will never overlook the fact that I was raised in Baltimore, because I got 2 ways to say it because I had to kind of censor myself for job interviews and for certain environments, which I'm glad that I felt the need to do that because it does help. It does help to get your message across. But I'm not saying to knock where you came from and to pretend that you didn't come from the ghetto and to just completely whitewash yourself or censor yourself or try to act like that you didn't grow up in the hood. Don't do that. Always pay homage to the hood. Always pay homage to where you came from. But it's the negative aspects of ghetto-ness that are being glorified, like fighting, violence. It's that hood mentality.
Yeah, I be the bitch ass on sight. I don't care. I do this. I ain't got nothing to lose.
That's why they act the way they do, because they feel they have nothing to lose. So these reality TV shows, such as the Bad Girls Club, Love and Hip Hop, and Ice Spice's entire career, are, they pretty much glorify women not respecting themselves and over sexualizing themselves. Because trust me, y'all, I still watch the Bad Girls Club. I'm not trying to act like that I'm some saint over here and
I don't partake in such activities.
It's not like that, because I watch the heck out of Bad Girls Club. You know what I'm saying? Because it's entertaining. But you know that feeling that you get when you watch a program? It's like a feeling that you kind of suppress, where in your mind, in the back of your mind, there's a voice that says,
this is toxic.
When I used to really watch the heck out of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was very entertaining. But that's how they get you. That's how they get you with that entertaining stuff. But in the back of your mind, you're like, this is toxic. I don't like that this is how black women are being promoted. This is how black women are being portrayed, as loud, ghetto, no self-control. Because that's all Love and Hip Hop had, is just black women who had no self-control. I watched the first several seasons and I was hooked because it was so entertaining, and watching those people just go off, it was funny to me. And I I shouldn't laugh at this type of stuff, but like Bad Girls Club, it was just funny. Like seeing this girl lose her whole bleep because a girl took a bite out of her Hot Pocket. I thought that was funny. Like I just thought that was hilarious. And I feel like Bad Girls Club, as entertaining as it is, it feeds into a certain type of behavior and a certain type of way of thinking that I feel is very dangerous, especially for young women, and not just young black women. You would hear people on the internet saying, oh, I don't like how Bad Girls Club portrayed black women. But Bad Girls Club was very diverse. Bad Girls Club did not just have black women. Bad Girls Club, if you watch it from season 1 all the way to season 17, it's a very racially diverse cast. But I did notice it become increasingly more black as the seasons went on. It was started off a lot more white, to the point where it was like the first several seasons it would just be all white and then 2 black girls. Like every season I've noticed it was like a rule.
Okay, we have to have the 2 black girl rule.
And then it just increasingly got more and more black, and I think it was because the way that the show was being picked up, I think they got to a point where they thought, okay, yeah, we know the black girl's gonna bring the drama. But it's toxic. Bad Girls Club is toxic entertainment. No matter what way you flip it, it's not, it doesn't give intelligence to its viewers. It doesn't enlighten its viewers. It dumbs down the masses. It's a very dumb show. You know, the girls act dumb. They do dumb stuff. Throwing people's mattresses in the pool, you know, putting food on people's clothes. Like, they just do stuff that you could tell that a lot of them are just doing it for the cameras. They just doing it to be popular. Not a lot of thought went into their actions. They just doing it because production told them, hey, don't you want to be known as the biggest, baddest girl? Do something. You know, wreak some havoc up in here. And a lot of girls would speak out about that after the show, about how production kind of would manipulate the weaker girls into doing violent things to other girls, which when you think about it, that's horrible. Like, you're manipulating a girl to do something negative to another girl for views, for ratings. Like, that's crazy. And when you think about it, the whole franchise is toxic, and they're able to promote this because people enjoy it. And we need to stop enjoying it. We need to stop enjoying women acting like they ain't got no damn sense. As you notice, the cast on Bad Girls Club, a lot of them are between the ages of 20 and 27, because those are the ages, especially early 20s. More of them were in their early 20s, because that's the age range where a woman is at her most gullible. Without them being illegal, you can't cast teenagers, obviously. So it's kind of like a strategic mindset that they have behind the scenes of how do we get some young women that are physically pleasing to the eye. Like, a lot of men and other women are going to be very attracted to these women because a lot of them were very attractive. And I feel like that's also like a marketing scheme watching the show, because there were some very beautiful girls on Bad Girls Club, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them could be classified as sexy. A lot of them were sexy. A lot of them were sexually driven. A lot of them were strippers, you know? So it's a very sexually driven show, and they use it as a marketing team, as a marketing tactic. I feel like it may seem like it's just this trashy show that's all over the place, but I personally feel, and a lot of people do, that there was a lot of thought put into the makeup of this show. Hence the producers whispering to the side like, hey, you don't want to be known as the bad girl that was lame and that just sat back. And, you know, marketing, ratings, manipulation. And there's a lot of women that were in very dangerous and unsafe situations that sued the show. So the show promotes violence. It promotes immaturity. I mean, my God, those girls are so immature. They be ready to fight a girl over nothing. They ready to fight her over a sandwich. Ready to fight her because she put a X across her picture, you know. ready to fight over the simplest little thing, and you know that half the time they're just doing it because the cameras are around. Because ain't no way, unless y'all really this childish and this dumb, ain't no way that I'm gonna go ham and fight somebody because they put something across my picture. Ain't no way I'm gonna waste my damn energy like that. And then the girls will talk about how they wouldn't restock the food in the house. The production wouldn't restock the food in the house, but they would, get this, restock the alcohol. What do you think that means? They're trying to get these girls drunk so that they can act the fool for views. I feel that the show creates a division amongst women. You know, this whole glorification of ghetto, the underlying vibe of it is be the baddest B word. You know, that whole ghetto thing, I'm the top boss, that whole glorification of this ratchetness and this classlessness, the whole vibe of it, it creates a division amongst women. It causes us to not want to befriend each other and to have unity, but to be against each other. So what really is ghetto? Maybe I should like Urban Dictionary the definition of ghetto. You know, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's compare definitions. So we got the regular like textbook definition of ghetto, and it says a poor urban area occupied primarily by a minority group or groups. Historically, it's the Jewish quarter in a city. And I knew that the word ghetto came from, it was a Jewish thing. It was a Jewish quarter, but they changed it. And then you have adjective, resembling or characteristic of a ghetto or its inhabitants, especially with relation to African American culture. Well, I don't know why I'm acting surprised, because like, duh. And then they have a sentence that says the crew includes Ice Cube, who provides tough talk and ghetto style. Oh my God, that's really dictionary. No, it's not dictionary.com. That's Google. That's Google. The crew includes Ice Cube, who provides tough talk and ghetto style. Huh? So let's go to the Urban Dictionary definition. Let's go. Let's do this. Ghetto, a rundown area of any town or city, but most often used in terms of the inner city. An area with low or non-existent property value, may or may not refer to a high crime area, but often does. How come where the black part at? I know y'all want to put some black something in here. Well, somebody put, when this is still on Urban Dictionary, when someone is to be described as ghetto, it is often used to describe that person's state of mind. And I kind of agree, because there are people who can get out of the ghetto, but they still have a ghetto mentality. So in this case, it is used as an adjective where white and Asian people can be just as ghetto as black people. Normally, this results from the poor living and upbringing conditions. Ghetto is a derogatory term used towards individuals who lack the standards of manners and ethics. Wow. What would the person put? For some reason, ghetto is normally directed towards black individuals. Why they put for some reason? Anyway, however, it is believed and has been proven that other individuals of a different color can and have acted just as poorly. You know, I do agree with that. That they said, however, it has been proven that other people of other races can act ghetto. And I agree with that, because there's plenty of girls in the Bad Girls Club that acted ghetto that weren't black. Bad Girls Club was a racially diverse show. It did get increasingly more black, but it still is racially diverse. There's been tons of white girls that acted ghetto on the show. There were tons of mixed race girls and Hispanic girls and Latina girls and Dominican girls. They all the girls on the show, well, not all of them, but to me, most of them acted ghetto, or what you would classify as ghetto. Ghetto. Ooh. How these girls on this reality TV is so ghetto. Okay, so I feel like I just need to like read that, because when I'm gonna delve into something, I really want to know what I'm talking about. Like, what's the definition of this word, of which I keep repeating throughout this video? Women are really not supposed to just walk out of their houses like, yeah, who I'm gonna fight today. And that's a very ghetto mentality. A lot of people in the ghetto, that's how they think, male and female, like, yeah, who I'm gonna fight today. Is all about standing your ground and making everybody on the block in the ghetto know that you ain't the one to F with. And my mom grew up in the ghetto, and this is the stories that she would tell me. You know what I'm saying? This is what she had to deal with, was people constantly trying to fight, and she had to stand her ground. That's why she's so strong. Maybe it's because she's an Aries. I'm a Taurus. I'm strong too. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think it has something to do with her growing up in the ghetto of Baltimore. Love and Hip Hop is a black show. Bad Girls Club is not as black as Love and Hip Hop. So Love and Hip Hop, I wouldn't say it's more ghetto. It's not. They're all ghetto just alike. So you can't just blame black people for keeping ghetto-ness alive. They casted all types of girls of different races in the name of keeping ghetto alive on the Bad Girls Club. But Love and Hip Hop, and I've only watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but it's very black. Love and Hip Hop is a very black franchise. I mean, hip hop is black. And it really makes hip hop look ghetto. When hip hop originally wasn't just ratchet, fighting, sex, sex without any morals. Like, that really wasn't hip hop's original state. Hip hop originated in the 80s, and people was just rapping about their struggles. People wasn't just rapping about sex. Like, nowadays, hip hop and rap is just a completely different thing than what it was in the 80s and the 90s. And the fact that y'all have a reality show called Love and Hip Hop, but everything about it is not what hip hop originally really was.
Man, there's a difference between gangster rap then in the 90s, early 2000s versus now. You know what I mean? Like, back then, you had 50, you had Jay, you had Mobb Deep, you had Pac, you had Biggie, you had DMX. You had rappers like that. But there's the difference. They was gangster rap, but they had storytelling, lyrical ability, you know what I'm saying? Substance. Like, even though they'll be talking about gangster rap, they had other songs talking about, stuff we can relate to, stuff that like their childhood, you know what I'm saying? Stuff they grew up around. Man, a lot of these new rappers is trash, bro, my son.
They completely corrupted hip hop. And so Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is just about strippers and girls fighting and the dudes cheating. Not only does it make black women look bad, it also makes black men look bad. Because there's a lot of black men who are very unfaithful on the show. They treat their women like trash. It just makes black people just look bad. Now you got other people of other races trying to jump on that train like it's just a cool thing, because it's promoted so much that people think that it's just what everybody wants to see and how you should carry yourself and how you should behave. Because Tuku Kukoriti on this reality show, she's popular, she's a millionaire because of her ghetto behavior. So if I act like that, then I'll become popular and I'll become rich, and so people are living in this illusion where they literally think that being ghetto is like the best thing to be because of the way that the media promotes it. And then we have female rappers like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion that keep that culture alive, where they willingly sexualize themselves. Like, a man ain't gotta do it no more. A woman to just do it for herself. They willingly just sexualize themselves. And the issue I have with this type of music, I feel like there should be music for every type of lifestyle or what have you. We all want music that we can relate to. It's understandable for a person who lives a ghetto lifestyle and then grew up in the ghetto to want to have music that matches that lifestyle. But why does it have to be promoted so heavily? Like, as if it's the best type of genre of music. Now you have these hip hop artists who just rap about their body parts. They're getting Grammys for it. I mean, it takes the complete meaning out of winning a Grammy, in my opinion. It's like anybody can win a Grammy now. All I gotta do is just twerk and rap about nonsense like Ice Spice.
You think you the shit. You're not even a fart. What?
Like, glorification of ghetto, because Ice Spice has a whole career and she has a lot of views on her videos. She's famous for rapping about What is she rapping about? Like, nothing. Now you got girls that feel like, oh, they're winning awards. They're being called to be on very important, or supposedly important, they're being called to be a part of very important events such as the Grammys and Spotify's event, Ice Spice shaking her butt for some Spotify event. Like, these are the events that people will work their butts off to be a part of. And because a girl portrays herself to be just outrageously classless and unintelligent, she gets to be promoted, and she gets these opportunities, all because she did what the elites who just want to ruin humanity what they wanted her to do, which is to act like she has no damn sense. She's making a fool of herself because everybody's laughing at her in her career, and that's the price that you now have to pay in order to, get a Grammy or to be a part of very significant musical events that are going on now that would have had people like Prince and Michael Jackson on, but now they have people like Ice Spice. But like, Cardi B used to be a stripper, and then we got Black China. We're just throwing it in there, but she used to be a stripper. Like, we got all these women that used to be strippers, and they're like huge stars. So all I need to do to be a star is to be a stripper? Like, back then, strippers were not looked at like role models. Strippers were not looked at like, oh my gosh, she's a stripper. Oh my gosh, she's a stripper. Ah, I've always wanted to be a stripper. Like, it wasn't really like that. Yeah, we need to stop glorifying ghetto. We need to stop glorifying this bad behavior. It's really the glorification of bad behavior more than anything. You can put the word ghetto on it, you can put whatever words you want, but it's really the glorification of negative, toxic behavior that just makes women look like trash. Like, women, our purpose, we were never designed to show our naked body to society. We were supposed to literally get glory and love and admiration from just being a woman and performing like wifely duties. We were never really supposed to be worshipped for like showing all of our goods to strangers who wouldn't respect us in a million years if they ran across us in the streets. Like, that never was what God intended for women to be like, And it really sucks that young females, because I'm going to tell this little story, a really short story. There was one time while I was sitting in my mom's car. This was years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but we were sitting in the parking lot of the Rainbow store. And in the parking lot of Rainbow, there was this black family, and it was all females. And it was a mom and like a little girl. And unfortunately, my eyes had to lay upon this little girl, probably about 7 or 8 years old. She started twerking. Like, really in a ratchet, like, it's not even like, you just be a little silly. Like, she was twerking. And she was like, too young. And everybody, y'all know, we all thinking the same thing. Who are her parents? Why is she doing this in a parking lot in public? She was twerking. And it was just like, she was like doing the like, she was really enjoying it, just and she mocking who she see in the media, or maybe it's her older sisters or her older sister's friends. Either way, she's doomed. Maybe she'll get to be in her early 30s and be like, I cannot believe I did that. But it just, and I said to my mom, I said, I wish I did not see that. And my mom was like, yeah, me too. Because, they starting them off young. And the thing is, the people that are behind the media, they know that children are seeing these videos of Cardi B and all these girls twerking. They know that little girls are watching this. They do it because little girls are watching this. They're like, we got to start them off young. You know what I'm saying? That way they don't even stand a chance at developing their own mind and recognizing what will really help them to be fulfilled in life. Because the OnlyFans models, the porn stars, they're not happy. You have a lot of women coming out talking about how much they regret doing OnlyFans, because it really was never designed to fuel the soul. It never was designed to make the soul feel fulfilled. It never was designed to make a woman feel fulfilled in her femininity. It never was designed for a woman to get in tune with her divine feminine. It was designed for a woman to use her body like she's an object to make money from men that, like I said earlier, would not respect her if they met her in person. These things are toxic. The skinniness, the half-nakedness, the fighting, the loud, ratchet behavior. Young women are feeling like it's the way to be because that's what they see in the media, that's what they see at home, and it has to stop. At some point, it really does have to stop. And why? The sad thing about it is, the thing that's keeping it going is the parents. Confiscate the phones and the tablets from the kids and make them play some board games like I did growing up. We went outside and we jumped rope and did hula hoop and hopscotch, and we had the chalk and we used to draw stick figures with the chalk on the sidewalk. Like, have your kids do that. Nowadays, kids don't do that, and it's heartbreaking. All they do is twerk and watch the internet. And they watch things on the internet that they should not be watching. Take your baby off that phone. Take your baby off that tablet. And take her ass outside and make her play a game of hopscotch so she can know and understand true childhood. Yeah. That's really all I have for y'all today. I really enjoyed making this video, and to be honest, I can talk about this for a hot minute. But eventually the video has to end. So give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends. It needs to be shared. Share it. And subscribe. Because if you haven't subscribed already, what's wrong with you? No, seriously. What's wrong with you? You need to be checked out for that. That's a disease. For you to see me and all of this, with all of this wisdom, all of this beauty, all of this sexiness, all of this charisma, and then you don't subscribe. It's a disease of the mind, and you need to seek a psychiatrist. Okay? Bye!